Well, shit.
What are y'all doing?
This
Is
is
awful.
awful. And welcome back to This is Awful.
Heavy on
Chucky.
the awful.
Heavy on the awful. Heavy on the awful. We sat through Chucky episode 5. This episode was cheeks. I'm sorry. This episode was booty cheeks. Oh my goodness. I don't know where to start. We'll start with the opening scene, and just immediately I already saw like they were trying to do a flashback scene, right? And the first thing I said was, it looks like they're doing or 80s party more than it does look like the actual, like in actual 80s. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah,
it
I
just
think it was because of like the background and stuff. Like the place that they were in looked modern.
right. It looked too modern, and then people just just standing around, and we got young Charles Lee Ray, played by his daughter Fiona Dorff. So
Which I didn't know that until they told us at the end.
until they
So
told us at the end,
that was pretty good acting on her part, I think.
I had my suspicions, but it's only in namesake or visual because the voice was all done by Brad Dourif.
Right.
And
Speaking of that voice, no grown ass man better come up to me sounding like a Chucky doll.
Hi. Want to smoke?
Oh, get away from me, you bum!
Like, if you don't get the fuck on.
I get this little scene where this stripper is just like, she's biting him and tugging on his pants, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Hold on, wait a minute. You just bit me in my lip, and you tasting my blood. This ain't what I want. I ain't signed up for
Yeah.
this." And so he got the fuck out of there. And then Charles came in trying to roach up on some ass. Just roaching. I'm not like any guy you've ever met. So get through that.
He gave huge creep vibes.
Big old. I mean, I guess he was a creeping Curse of Chucky too. When he was just standing in the lurking in the background and shit with those stupid
Yeah.
ass shades on, and at the funeral lurking in the back. He got the
When you
worst.
think about it, none of these little backstories go together.
They don't hit like that. Like they don't.
None
hit.
of them make any sense.
It's just not hitting for me, and I'm right there with you. We move past the opening scene. Now we have Caroline in the hospital. Her dad is, giving her Chucky, but Chucky's face is all messed up, and she's like, I don't want it. And he puts it in this
The
hole,
little waist.
thing. As I'm looking at it now, it doesn't even have a hazardous sign on it, but it's actually the hazardous needle section. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have hazardous on that thing, right? If you're dumping your hazardous waste down there with needles and stuff.
Probably.
And so Chucky falls in. He's thrown into this hazardous needle trash can thing, and he's getting high off the syringes, which some of them look like they have blood on them. So probably got some kind of blood disease.
Probably so. And I don't think that they would just be like out in the open with stuff still in them. Like, even if they still had medicine or something in them, they should have been in the bags.
The opening scene though was like hearts, and like actual hearts, and then like paper mache hearts.
Paper hearts.
And I thought it was gonna be like a Valentine's Day special, but it wasn't. But those hearts do look good though. So Lexi this show has kind of turned up. I mean, like with her mother, with Lexi's mother, she just went from like
not ever caring
to this bitch just like that. Over an episode.
She was on Lexi's ass.
From like on her ass, like booty cheek.
It was like too much though.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like, I don't want to say the acting's bad, but they put a little bit too much on it. Like, she wasn't like,
yeah, like every time Lexi talked, she had to say something back.
Right there on that ass. Like, what?
Yeah. Never. I gotta get out of here. I don't think so. You're grounded. What?
You caused all this. You have to live in it with us. You're grounded until I say you're not.
They're still at the hospital looking for Chucky.
How'd they even get to the trash part? Like, you can't just go to a hazardous trash.
Well, they don't have labels, so that's what happens when you don't have hazardous labels. People just walk into places.
What was their aim for this episode?
Um, I don't. So we get that scene. They come together, try to kill Chucky. He wasn't in there. They're back at school. Now they're forming this little clique, and they're trying. It's like they're going out of their way to make Junior suspicious, because you cannot get no more suspicious than everything they've been doing. Like, they're trying.
Texting in class and
Texting in
stuff.
class. Look, they're trying to keep him out of it by doing the most obvious thing that'll make him be like, "Hey, what are y'all doing?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they're not cool about it at all. And then, Jake.
And how you go from, like, for Lexi, how she goes straight from being all about Junior and hating Jake, and now she just completely turned.
Completely
And
flipped
she
on him.
hasn't said anything to Junior at all.
Well, he should be used to it, because that's how she is. That would be in her character, to just drop something and go to the next like she didn't care about it.
Yeah, because she was kind of playing him and Oliver.
Yeah, she was ready for Oliver next. But too bad Chuck killed your side boy, your side piece. And then we get this moment with Jake and Devin. They finally, make their connection. And so I don't know about teenage love, or I don't know if this was a good scene. I don't know if people will actually connect to it, because I didn't.
Not at all.
Only because I just don't fucking like Devin. So I don't fucking like this kid at all. But other than that, because I just feel like this show is too grown.
They should not be trying to romanticize these kids. Or, like you said, they should have been in high school.
They should have been in high school, at least freshman year. Freshman year, because people still immature in freshman year. I get it. They could have gave Jake some kind of special needs, to where he needs the doll to help him calm down or something. Like, he could have been like,
yeah. I already said it could have been a coping mechanism, because his mom was already dead.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Before all of this started.
That, like, they could have did that, and then this show would have been like 100 times better. It would have been like 1,000,000 times better. Because again, these middle schoolers it's just not doing it for me.
It's not hitting.
So we're back at the house now, and again, their mother is still being a bitch, and now she's taking it out on their dad, and she's telling him, but emotional Nathan or something like that. That's my least favorite.
That's my least favorite.
But look, do we care more about how our life looks or how it feels? Lexi's hurting too.
Touchy-feely Nathan is my least favorite Nathan. Just so
I never get. You better never tell him nothing like that. That shit gotta be painful. Have your wife talk about you like that?
My least favorite version of you.
Yeah, that's emasculating. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the problem. Like, this is why men don't do this, because they don't want to hear that type. I don't want to hear this type of shit. Fine, then I'll act tough. I'll give you all this toxic masculine
I'll
energy.
be an asshole all the time.
Yeah, but then it's like they're raising another Lexi with Caroline, because every time she says something, she's like, "I want my dad. I want my dad." Like, you got to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? Like, choose how you want to parent. Don't treat Lexi like this now, but then you're raising another one in Caroline. You may be even raising something worse.
Yeah, it's just showing us how they got in this predicament. Like, it's not all Lexi's fault. Her parents neglected her, and now they want to come and be parents 13 years later.
Instead of being there. But her dad was a stay-at-home dad, so is this kind of like his fault a little bit?
Well, it's 100% his fault then, yeah.
100%, yeah. And that's why she talks to him like that. See, when women ask a question like, "Why are men, well, what would you do if a woman makes more than you," and shit like that? This is what happened. They talk to you like this. This is what they do. Not to generalize all of you like that, but just saying, nobody wants to be in that position. So he gets her another Chucky doll, a Tommy doll, and then Lexi just goes absolutely batshit on it.
She was like, "Can I hug him?" And then tried to beat him up.
Can you not be less obvious. That man just told you in the hospital. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. Next, we are back at Junior's house. They're at the table having dinner. And so here's my thing. As his dad, he can't be that much of a monster to see that Junior is obviously not okay with this.
That's how that type of parent is, though. Like the type of parent that pushes their kid too hard, even after an injury or something. Like if they have a sports related injury and they be like trying to get them back into the game as soon as possible. I
Okay.
mean,
Because I guess I can say that's true. He's like, is that okay with you? And Junior's like, yeah, I guess. It's like you can see that he's not okay with that, right? So it's like
he don't care. He just wanted to hear him say yes.
So now we're back again. Lexi and her mom, she's helping her fix the dishwasher because she don't know how to do it.
Yeah, her mom didn't have no slick shit to say then when Lexi was showing her how to work the dishwasher when she couldn't get it to work.
Start. What the? Tried. So, okay.
So
But then as soon as the dishwasher issue was fixed and then Lexi said something different, she was like, get out of my sight.
back on that ass. Lexi calls Jake and Devin over. He brings a taser and Jake brings a sack. We flash back to Charles Lee Ray, played by his daughter, and the stripper from the first flashback. And the thing about this is, none of this is tying into the episode.
The episode is not tied into the episode. This episode was just all over the place.
I take that back. It did tie into the episode. I take that back. It did tie into the episode. It's just the episode didn't tie into the episode because this flashback was put in for the scene with Tiffany and Nika, Tiffany and Charles in present day. But they don't do that first. They do the flashback first. So it's like, how does this tie into what we're doing now? And then we get that scene later on when we see them in present day. So this is a Tiffany and Charles Lee Ray origin story. So we see that the original stripper that he met, they pick up another chick. They go back to the hotel, and before he stabs her, she's like, do it. So he found his girl, and so he kills the original girl. She was down. Now that I think about it, she was just down for the freaky shit.
Yeah.
And she ended up getting killed because she thought he was on that freaky shit, but he was on some other shit.
Yeah. And how did he even know that girl was gonna go along with it?
He felt it when he was getting ready to kill her. He was like, oh, so she ain't scared of death. So something gotta be wrong. But
I'm saying when he first originally went back to the room with them, he was gonna kill her, right? Was he gonna kill both of them?
He was gonna kill her. The second girl they picked up.
The redhead. They was calling her Red. He was gonna kill Red. And he thought the first girl was gonna join in with him.
Yes.
To kill Red.
Yes. And then when she was like, what the fuck are you doing? He realized it ain't her that I want, it's her. And so he stabs her instead.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That scene was just uncomfortable.
So after Tiffany is, after we get the origin story of how Charles met Tiffany, we see this sex scene. What do you have to say about the sex scene?
The sex scene was cringe. You could tell neither one of them was fully comfortable.
This is awful. That was the worst lesbian scene I've ever seen. But, however, Fiona Dourif did have a
got cakes.
Got cake, no, goddamn. I was looking at her at first when she was like sitting on the bed, and I thought the reason why I looked fat is because of the way she was standing. Like, you know what I'm saying? She had I thought it was that, but then when she got up.
And she had them socks on.
But when she got up.
You're always hungry.
Yeah, I'm always hungry.
You know, I'd say turning your mother, but that would be an improvement.
That was probably the best thing in the whole
That
episode.
was literally the
Was
best thing
Fiona's
that
ass.
that was the best
That was
thing
the
about
only thing that was working.
the only thing I was like, okay, but no, but she did have a body though. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like in her
Yeah.
lingerie. That was it. That was it. So but then Chucky sees blood. I don't know if the blood triggered it or if it was just like the voodoo running out, but Nika comes back and
Right.
she is just it's like
She's confused.
she's confused, and
She's
then we figure out it's only been 2 weeks since Colt. 2 weeks? I don't know. A lot has happened though. You gotta think about it. He killed this man, daddy. He killed the maid.
yeah, he
They
killed the
went trick.
dad, and then Jake went to go live with Junior, and then right away he killed the maid. So that was only
Well,
in the
well,
course of like 2 or 3 days.
I don't know about that, but that's what it was. It was 2 weeks time span, and then she just comes back out of this saying the same dumb shit that got her locked up. I mean, come on, read the room. You were obviously possessed by Chucky. You've tied this man up. He don't believe shit you saying. Why would he? You understand? There's a dead body on
Yeah,
the floor.
she was like, I got put in the crazy house. He's like, yeah, I
Yeah,
could see
I can
that.
see. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, read the room. Read the room. She's back paraplegic. As I said, I told you that's how demon possession works. Or I guess I would call this demon soul possession, whatever. So, and I'm pretty sure this is something that we're gonna continue to see. This is gonna be a problem. This is
That
gonna
it's
be a
gonna go
problem.
in and out
He's gonna be.
between Fiona and Chucky. I mean,
Mhm.
between Nika and Chucky.
Yes, this is gonna be a problem.
I hope they don't dig too deep into that because it's gonna look stupid with her being paraplegic. Like they can't be fading in and out while they're in the middle of something. Like because she's
That's
just gonna drop to the ground.
once Nika lets the guy free for God knows. I mean, I guess I understand what she was doing, but come on now, like you lucky that man didn't try to kill you. You're paraplegic. He's not believing the shit you're saying, and he smacks her, and he then smacks Chucky back into Nika. I liked when he came back and slit old boy's throat. He was like, let's keep what he say, this Nika business between me and you, and slit his
Yeah.
throat. It'll be our little secret.
But where does the possession go? Like when she's back to Nika,
where does Chucky go?
yeah. Like why was Chucky still able to witness that part? Like where is Chucky in her if it's her body again and she's in control of it?
Because his soul is in her body. That's how possession works. They share a body now. So after that, we get the reveal that Junior mother isn't having an affair. She has stage 4 cancer.
Which was a terrible
A terrible
way to
setup.
go with
A
that
terrible.
secret.
It was terrible. They could have had her nose bleeding or something, or I don't know. But they made it seem like it was an affair. Next, we get this town hall meeting at the school assembly. I guess they're trying to give us this small town feeling, because who has their town hall meeting in an auditorium at a school? And it's not working for us because there's literally 25 people in this auditorium, and
5 of which are middle school kids who have no say so anyway.
so why are they there other than I guess they can't be left alone. And then one of those dudes in the crowd is giving her mom shit. It was like, you suck, bitch. I was surprised they didn't start throwing shit at her because they was leaning in her ass while she was talking about nothing. And then the detective, why is she there? What are you doing?
I guess the whole thing was to make the town feel safe again. So she was like there to let them know that she was handling the case or whatever.
Bro, they don't care
But
about
that
that
shit
shit.
blew up
They don't
in their
care.
faces.
They don't care about that shit. They don't care about. Oh, we forgot about Junior, and they told Junior everything, and he was like, "If you're gonna not fuck with me or whatever, don't make shit up." Yeah, bro. Get out the way, okay? Nobody likes you. They don't like you. The audience, we don't like you. Nobody likes you. Get out of here, kid. And now Lexi holding hands with Jake. What's that about?
I guess they saying they standing together. She gonna stay beside him.
And then the principal head comes rolling out in front of everybody. Chucky a demon. Yo, Chucky don't give a fuck. He had tied this woman up in this chair and cut her head off, and then rolled it in front of everybody. And these dumbasses like, I
That
thought he
part
was
was that part was kind of enjoyable just to see their little lies get blown up in their faces instantly. Like they didn't even get no chance for people to try to believe these lies they telling them. Cause
like,
soon as the mayor and the detective finished talking, here come the principal's head rolling out.
and then she just standing there with the gun pointed at the thing. And that they dumbasses, I thought we killed him. I thought we killed him. Like, you mean to tell me that he done all this shit that you done read about, and you thought that was how
Y'all teenage
y'all killed him?
selves killed him.
Y'all did it. Y'all three. Okay, fam. Y'all got it. So then we get a flashback of, well, not a flashback, but we see Chucky changing himself into Tommy while Caroline is asleep, and we get this real awful joke about you look like a tuna melt or something, some shit he said. Ain't that what he said? You like a tuna melt
Oh yeah.
when he was
No,
doing that.
he said that to himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's like, you look
Oh
like
yeah.
a tuna melt. But so that was the end of the episode. Um, and then we got the the behind the scenes, which was even worse than the episode.
Yeah,
And
this was just horrible from start to end.
from start to end, and I feel like maybe we've reached our peak um, with the show, and it's probably gonna be all down here from here. I'm gonna watch it, but my expectations have been severely lowered.
Oh yeah, I have zero expectations after this episode.
Like I said, my This Is Awful was that sex scene. Was if you're gonna look, if you ain't gonna have a sex scene, don't have a sex scene, okay?
Yeah,
You
they
know,
looked very uncomfortable.
it didn't look good. They were just rolling around and doing all this other shit. Like, if you ain't gonna do it right, don't do it at all, okay? Because we can tell
And
you're
them
faking it.
explaining it during the little scene at the end.
Made it even worse. It made it even
Yeah,
worse.
because they confirmed everything that we were thinking. Like they both felt awkward.
Yeah, like, but
My
you got
This Is Awful, the episode,
the episode,
the
quite
entire
fitting.
episode. I think actually my This Is Awful is this concept that they're trying to give us of Charles Lee Ray. Like it feels like it was just rushed and thrown together.
One
None of it
hundred
is
percent.
really making sense.
100%.
It feels like somebody different directed each one of these movies and shows, honestly, because none of it flows together. It feels like, a movie where like there was one director first and then somebody else picked it up
Mm-hmm.
and put their own spin on it.
Right.
That's how it feels, even though it's not. It's been Don Mancini this whole time, but it's like, is he forgetting the stuff that he put in the movies because
He
this doesn't
retcons.
flow with it?
It's like I don't have an accurate, because what I thought Charles Lee Ray was, this backstory ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
I
It
I
you it feels like this is somebody new coming up with their own interpretation of the movies,
and I think maybe that's because this was 33 years ago, so maybe he's, you know,
trying to reimagine him.
yeah, because this is like the first time we've gotten an origin story, right? So this is 33 years in the making. I feel like what he's trying to do is just like it should have been done a long time ago. This is
Like we're too far away from it
yeah,
from the beginning.
we're too far removed from the beginning to go back now, because again, what I'm getting now, all this history that I have of Chucky is what I see him as. And when I see this guy or this person that he's portraying, I don't connect to it. We started out from, some little eager kid, he killed his mom, and then we got this kid who he kills some guy for splashing water on his shoes or talking bad to him. So it's like he was unprovoked in his first killing that we see of his mom. He was unprovoked, and then the second one he was kind of provoked with that, and then now what would you describe him as?
A creep. I don't know.
It's like it's
And then
like
I guess we just supposed to completely forget the whole thing that he had with Nika's mom, where he was madly in love with her because he was older then than he was here when he met Tiffany. So he started killing with Tiffany and then decided to go live a life with this lady
Right.
and then went back to Tiffany, or what?
So while we rack our brains on trying to figure out what the fuck this is going on, you guys can check out some of our other videos, our Harry Potter collection. Then we also have Suicide Squad review. Check out some of our Fear Street reviews. If you're still in the horror spirit like I am, you can check out our Fear Street reviews. Just any of the videos, and that's all we have for you today. Again, this episode was not the best, but that's going to be the end of the episode today. Thank you for reaching the end of this video, and we will see you next week.
Bye, y'all.